Before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's video, I want to share some fun stuff, some really cool purchases I managed to score over the last couple of weeks. You know, the collecting community is becoming really nuanced to me. There's like so many new little breadcrumb avenues that we've been finding through all this archiving, and one of them is this, the first edition print of Series 2 blind bags. So if anybody knows, right, Series 2 blind bags look like this, and this is the first edition print. There is also a first edition print of Series 1 blind bags, but yeah, this Series 2 first edition looks very similar to the Series 1, you know, actual release blind bag, and there is a Series 1 first edition, as well as like a Mexico exclusive, Blockbuster exclusive Series 4, and a ton of others. I now have every single blind bag that I know of, with all the different packaging variants. So I'm going to be making a video pretty soon with every single packaging variant that has ever existed or is known to exist, which is really exciting. And my second pickup is these beautiful display boxes for Series 2 and Series 3 blind bags. So really fun. Thought I'd start off, you know, a little light-hearted before we get into said meat and potatoes. And I got a little list of all the things I'm going to talk about because it has been a strange week, right? So I'm going to do this video entirely unedited. I want to actually, like, my channel's going to be evolving more into this going forward. I'm going to be doing a lot of my archiving videos, and I'm also just going to be releasing quite frequently these sit-down, just conversation videos. And there's actually quite a few strange things that have happened over the last week, which I just want to delve into and, you know, make my position clear and make sure that there's no bad blood between anybody, really, because this community is far too small to be divided. It's far too small to be segregated into different factions and cult of opinions. Like, there's just no need for it whatsoever. And I just noticed I have a huge hole in my favorite socks. That's actually really tough. Okay, so over the last week, first of all, piece of good news, the Toymation submissions are now open for the Mega Schism, so you can now enter the Mega Schism, and it's our stop motion animation competition. And just while we're here, I'll do a giveaway on this video. Whoever likes and comments down below, I'll draw someone to win the Toymation Mega Schism poster, as well as a sticker of the Arbiter, and I'll send that to you free of charge, so just comment down below with something fun. But yeah, our Toymation contest is live. You can enter, you can find the details, and just a few days ago I released a video saying that a Halo 2 character pack was going to be awarded randomly to any of the animators, just a random animator. So it sort of ups the stakes on like everyone getting involved instead of just feeling like you can't compete with the biggest animators. And it's been exciting to see that like that has encouraged a lot of people to enter. So you have about 2.5 weeks until deadlines close, and you should really get involved. Like, the minimum entry requirement is 30 seconds of animation. It's just brutes versus elites. Just get to it. Just put the hard work in. I want to see a cool animation out of you. I believe in you. So that was a cool way to start the last 7-day cycle. You know, the Toymation Fest opening. I was really excited about that. And I've already received, I think it's about like 20 odd entries, which, you know, they always flood in at the last minute. You guys always submit in the last 24 hours, which always stresses me out. But I mean, yeah, there's about 20 odd in there right now, and that's really exciting. Right, main topics. So there's 2 main videos I made. I guess 3, kind of technically. One was titled, "No, Halo Mega is Not Dead." And it was in response to a lot of people, like this growing opinion that I've seen literally everywhere that says Halo Mega is dead, right? And that video was like slightly selfish because I just wanted to like kind of shake everyone and say like, hey, come on, we really like, it's in some ways it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like, I'm overly concerned that people are selling up their collections and they're going to regret it, because believe you me, after working in this community for like over a decade, there's so like just countless amount of people that have sold up their collections and like hugely regret it afterwards. So that's one thing. But I also just kind of like, I want to guide the narrative as best I can. I know it's like very out of my control, but I put it best in that video, and you should go watch it because I'm just doing a rundown here. But like, the main point of that video was not to like be a conflict of opinion with anybody. I know that the main obvious person I'm talking about here is Demarcation Media. I think I made it clear in that video like 3 or 4 times. There was not meant to be any shade directly thrown at Demarcation. I respect his content so much and what he's done for this community. But, you know, I mean, me personally, I don't think saying goodbye to Mega video is necessarily appropriate because the 25th anniversary of Halo and Xbox is around the corner, and I genuinely believe that there's a good chance. I'm not saying it's a high chance. I'm just, well, I guess a good chance would kind of be a high chance. Do I think it's more than 50%? I don't know. It's really hard to look forward at the minute, but maybe I got like a little overly protective of the fact that, I, alongside so many people, have built this for so long, and to see it like conclusively end, I think is too early to conclude, but also something that obviously I don't want to accept in any way, shape, or form. So there's definitely some push by myself to like, not believe that Halo Mega is dead. I mean, broad picture, the idea of that video was never to talk about the fact that if we're getting new products or not. It was to talk about broadly the fact that that Halo Mega can never die because the community will never die. And actually, the number one comment by far were people talking about Bionicle, right? Because Bionicle is actually a really good example that I'd never thought about until I made that video, that, they've not had new products for, I don't even know how long, since I was a child, but yet their community is still thriving, still very passionate. I think it costs a fortune to buy Bionicle now, but it's a passionate community still, and it gives me hope, definitely. I think it gave a lot of people in the comments section hope. But yeah, I mean, the other thing to point out really is when you watch Demarcation Z's video talking about time to say goodbye to Mega, a lot of it is incredibly positive, and a lot of it is like totally aligned with my opinions. I just don't want people to think that was like a rift or a big divide, because I certainly don't see it that way. I just have like zero patience whatsoever for internal feuds in this community. I've zero patience for like, dividing between different people. And I know in saying that, I'm going to lead into my next point, which there was a perfect storm of of happenings over 3 or 4 days where it was, saying goodbye to Mega, no, Halo Mega is not dead, and then 2 days later, potential leaks of new products, right? And I'm not really going to give my opinion as to whether I think those leaks are real or not. I've made it clear that like I have no new information from Mega. I have no idea what's coming. If anything, I am completely in the dark when it comes to that. So like these leaks, when I first saw them, got me very excited. But also there's tons of reasons to believe they're not real. But so again, we're coming back to Demarcation Media. When those leaks happened, Z made a video covering those leaks, which I will put my hands in the air and say I was incredibly frustrated about, because believe you me, I think a lot of people just have to take my word for it, that there is irreparable damage that leaks cause between licensee and licensor. And the next day I made a unedited sort of rant about it. I was clearly frustrated that these leaks were being covered, because I do know firsthand the damage that these leaks do, and I'll get into that if you give me some time. But I acted frustrated. I stand by everything I said in that video, but I released the video, and then about an hour later, I was like, this is not productive or what I want to stand for. You know, I've always tried to be this like guy, like this this positive figure, right? I've always tried to act as rationally as I can in these situations. A lot of, you know, if you're a content creator for long enough, you end up making enemies somehow. I know that there's like people on the internet that don't like me. I don't know why you have any time for that, honestly. I don't know why people have time to hate people online. Broadly speaking, big picture here, I just don't get it. Like I've never had a feud really with anyone online, and to be honest, just I don't argue with anyone in life. I don't form in anything in life, in relationships and in friendships. I don't form enemies. I don't. I've always thought that there's just enough BS in the world to ever be burning bridges, and I just think that this world is just crazy enough as it is to get frustrated at people. Truth be to it. That's just how, it's genuinely how I've always lived my life. So like, I know that there's people that don't like me, right? And that is what it is. But I think, you know, I removed that video because I don't see any positive I don't see any progress, and I don't see any point in sowing divides or making someone who is, I mean, like, audiences are impressionable, right? That's the reality of life. I watch tons of YouTubers and their opinions rub off on me greatly. That's just how it is. Like, that's just life. So I don't want anyone starting to form negative opinions about someone, in this example, Demarcation Media, and I would hope that he would feel the same about me. So I removed the video. I stood by the points, but I just didn't think it was positive. And there were moments in that video that I didn't stand by, right? There were plenty of moments in that video. If I watch back any of these videos that I've pretty much ever released, there'll be plenty of things that I just don't, like, I don't want to, like, defend, die on a hill for. But I just decided that, but the, like, broad picture, big picture, I stood by what I said, but, like, piece by piece, I didn't feel comfortable with it. So I deleted the video, and that's what we're up to, basically. Other than like, like yesterday, was it? Or the day before, I just released my channel exclusive video for everybody, because apparently my brain is just fried. It had been a long week. And I did want to briefly talk about that, right? And then we'll loop back around to leaks, if you follow my train of thought. So channel exclusive videos, right? Being transparent with you all. I'm sure that, like, because I left that video up because I'm not going to take that down. People, you know, if it's up, it's up, and everyone can enjoy it. But I'm sure that some people watch that video and they're like, you're holding out on content, like, you're putting it behind a paywall. And my answer is, yeah, pretty much, because this landscape is insane. Full transparency, you know, on YouTube, I used to make not good money, but decent enough. Like, my ad revenue used to be at very high times. There were like some Christmases, because ads run the most in December at Christmas. So there was like a Christmas or two where I was well over $1,000. I think there was one that I hit $2,000 of ad revenue in that month, which was awesome. But no, on average, ad revenue has been between like $300 or $400 a month. Now it's down to like $150 to $200 a month and the views are not that different. My views are still pretty consistently good, but the reality is that like ads are just not profitable on YouTube, and YouTube takes such a large cut of the ads. Because you imagine, right? There'll be some times where I look at my ad revenue. I looked at it a few months ago, and it was like I had like 185,000 views in a month, and I earned $185. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure an ad shows on every single video. You pay me $1 per 1,000 videos or 1,000 views. That's crazy. So yeah, ad revenue is just in the toilet. So just trying to survive and like keep on doing what I'm doing, content creation, selling online, building the archive. Channel membership is just another small avenue for me. And the other reasoning behind it is YouTube has changed its structure dramatically. It used to be when you watched YouTube that it was very much, YouTube's changed many times. At one point, YouTube favored and pushed you on the algorithm if you uploaded every single day consistently. That's why vloggers like Logan Paul and just people erupted because they were doing daily content. At one point, they changed the ad revenue model. So like videos over 10 minutes gained double the ad revenue. That's why like you saw this massive influx of videos that were capped at like 10 minutes and 2 seconds because people just wanted to double their ad revenue. And at the minute, because of short form content, YouTube prioritizes it prioritizes engagement, but so it prioritizes engagement and it prioritizes consistent views and engagement. So like if I uploaded random videos like the one I uploaded 2 days ago where I'm just unedited sorting through drop pods, that would affect all of my other videos that I'm uploading, like my archive videos. Like it would affect everything. Like if you have a bad performing video, that affects all the other videos. It knocks you down on like how you're ranked and suggested to other channels, to subscribers or to viewers. Like 85% of my viewers are unsubscribed. So a lot of it is like organic, and it's like, well, not organic. It's like through the algorithm. It's how I'm fed to like new people, like Halo or Xbox or general gaming fans. So yeah, basically, I can't just be uploading like unedited stuff because it doesn't have good engagement. And I also just want to show off like fun stuff for the archive. So channel membership is the perfect way that I can just like release long form, just fun update videos of just hauls I've got and just things I'm sorting through, unique things I've found, and throw them up on YouTube without affecting the algorithm and like the ranking of my channel, because apparently that's a thing that is a big deal these days. And I want there to be like a consistency and quality of all the main videos I upload. So the channel membership, and it's only a few dollars a month, is just like the perfect way to just like upload all these random videos and give everyone something extra while also earning a little bit more ad revenue myself. So hope you guys understand that the channel membership videos are a separate thing, but also like if you want to support the channel, it's a cool way to do it. But I thought I'd leave that one up because it's there. Why would I delete it? Also, my battery's running low, so that's a shame. I was like 19 minutes in without editing it. That's a shame. Right, so I do feel I got a bit distracted there on channel membership without talking about the meat and potatoes. That's what I was saying. Just talking about leaks briefly, right? So leaks suck on so many levels. They suck because, first and foremost, we shouldn't have to rely on leaks whatsoever. It sucks being the one to say, hey, leaks are bad, because there's a lot of very valid arguments online about why leaks are good. The main strong one that I saw the other day in response to one of my videos, I think, was saying that if not for the modular Firebase sets that have not released and other stuff that is not released, if not for those leaks, there would be far less people in the hobby right now, because those leaks sort of like kept them going, which I do respect. But I've signed NDAs, so I'm not like sharing any information. But I think a really good example that I can share is Jazzwares, right? So 3 or 4 years ago, during the launch of Halo Infinite, Jazzwares had a slew of really bad product leaks. They were leaks of all the new Halo Jazzwares, and it was like all the new armors that were confirmed to be in the game, even though some of those armors still didn't release for years on end. So people were complaining, saying, hey, we saw this toy leak, where's the armor? And that, you could put that in the blame of 343, but there were tons of leaks, and I can say, like, I've spoken to a lot of people, a lot of industry leaders is a broad term, but I've talked to a lot of people that have more or less confirmed that the consistent leaks of Halo Infinite toys from Jazzwares at that time massively affected the relationship between Jazzwares and Microsoft / 343, to the extent that I'm led to believe that it hugely cut down the amount of products that Jazzware even released going forward. And now Jazzwares, you know, is limping along with the Halo line on Jazzwares Vault, or Jazzwares Vaults, plural. So that is a real example that we can look at that has had that effect. So let's talk about a few like possible scenarios, right? So scenario one, and I see this as the worst scenario, that the relationship between Mega and Microsoft is hanging by a thread right now. I don't know this at all, but let's just say it is, because, you know, no new products in a while. Everything's looking a little dicey. And we've had the perfect storm of like total nonsense that has happened over the last few years, whether it be the rebrand into Halo Studios, and a ton of stuff that's happened on the Mega Mattel side of things. The fact that Mattel Brick Shop, we still don't know like really how that plays into all of this. So you have this scenario one, true, it's just fantasy, but scenario one, the relationship between Mega and 343 / Microsoft is hanging by a thread. And let's just say, for example, Microsoft is planning a Halo Studios Halo Combat Evolved remake that releases next year. And let's say that they follow suit and they do the same as they did last October, which is premiere a trailer for, remember, the new Halo Studios announcement and the Unreal Engine showcase. They released that at HCS at the Halo World Championship Series at the time when most people were like viewing Halo and watching the live stream for the final of the esports final. And let's say they do that again this year, and in October they reveal Halo Combat Evolved remake coming next year for the anniversary, which I think is a fairly logical assumption, maybe, that if the 25th anniversary is next year and Halo Combat Evolved is being remade, they very well might take the opportunity of the Halo World Championship Series, where the most people are in attendance, the most people are watching, and announce that partnership. And then, if that leak is correct, a month later, a Halo Combat Evolved themed set releases. So, let's say, how many months are we off October? June, July, August, September? Gee, that's not far away. Let's say now, let's say that leak is real, and we start publicizing it, we start sharing it, we start making big videos about it, and then lo and behold, Microsoft, who had this very thin relationship with Mega and Mattel right now, walk away. That's the final straw. We've literally had one of the biggest projects that we're working on leak through a toy cut off. I mean, I'm not saying that's real. I'm not saying that's based on anything, but I'm saying that I see that as a very real possibility. So, you know, I apologize, particularly to Z, if like my response was a little too targeted. It was intended to be a broader conversation about leaks, but the timing pushed it out. Like, I've been meaning to make that video for a while, but like the timing of it, the fact that leaks were coming out, and now that that second leak, well, most people think it's fake, has so much potential to do damage to relationships between licensees and licensors, yeah, it just wasn't a video that I like stood by in terms of the quality and the direction. But I am just here to say my position quite firmly, that although we really want to see leaks, they can cause irreparable damage between the relationships of these, toy producers and the IPs. And the more prominent figures that talk about it, the more likely it is to be picked up by, say, someone like Hidden Xperia, and then it's a whole blown up thing. Remember, there was a time in like 2020 where like the majority of or 2019, I don't know, 2020, where the majority of the leaks of Halo Infinite were through toys, and that was no good for anyone. I mean, it got us excited, but past that, it wasn't good. I can see the positives of leaks, but they're not it's not even, in my opinion, they are fundamentally not the right thing to do, even though they seem like the thing that everybody wants, and even I want them. Like, I want leaks more than anything, but I'm just trying to like relay in the best way that I can the reality of the situation. Now, what do we do going forward? Basically nothing new. I have some really exciting archive videos I'm working on either tomorrow or the day after. I think probably Friday. I'm going to premiere this really exciting archive video delving into Halo Mega Bloks figures cast out of solid bronze. There's only 12 in the world. And starting, I think, next weekend, maybe, I'm going to be doing these weekly live streams where we build the archive together. We've got the Toymation Fest. In 2.5 weeks, the submissions close. There's tons of really exciting stuff to look forward to. And if you want something fun to get involved in, make a Toymation. Like, try stop motion for the first time, and you never know, you might just fall in love with it. I do want to make it totally clear that I have no bad blood against anyone. I really like. What are we doing here if we're arguing? Like, what are we doing if we're having disagreements over the way I'm being vague, the way we go about the way we go about things? No, I mean, really though, there's been quite a few people that have been like my biggest critics in this community, and like I've taken the time to sit down with them and talk it through with them, and a lot of the time we've come out with at least a mutual understanding. So I always think, oh, my throat's going. Last week my throat was bad. It's coming back when I talk for like 30 minutes straight. If you have an issue, just bring it up with me. I'm on all the social medias, and let me know what you think down below. This will be, I hope this will be the last kind of video I make like this. I'm going to be making a lot more just like general talking videos, but not to like this degree, not with this energy. I just wanted to like clear up the last week. It's been a really strange one, but again, there's like really exciting things to look forward to. I'm working on the next print and sticker run. It's with a really talented artist from Mexico, and she's made this gorgeous, it's actually a sticker of this, right? This was the reference point, Chief and the Brute from the Believe trailer. The sticky grenade will be glowing, and that's being made into a gorgeous vinyl sticker, and that's going to go, that's from Gabby. She's a really talented artist, and then that's going to go alongside a print from, I want to make sure I pronounce the name correctly, because he's an artist that I've been following on Instagram for a long, long time, and it was the perfect moment to work with him. From oh no, it just disappeared. Where'd you go? Oh, from Kozlegoman. Yeah, really, it's a really epic print, and it's going to be called the Believe bundle. It's going to be on my store hopefully within a couple of weeks. It's going to be sticker and print, $20 with free international shipping. I think I might do the certificate of authenticity again and sign them. I'm not sure yet. But in general, things to look forward to, you know. I will stand by this community as long as I have breath in my body, and there's a million archive videos still to make and a lot of work to be done. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below. I mean, leave a comment and I'll pick someone for the Mega Schism giveaway, as well as the sticker. The sticker is so dope. This is not the actual sticker. This is just a print from my printer. But it looks better than that. But it's an Arbiter and Mega Schism print. So stay tuned. A lot of exciting things to talk about. A lot of exciting things to happen. And I would never be here without you all and your support. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and hope all of this came across well, you know, because again, like, we ain't got enough men to be bickering. We ain't got enough people in this community. Like, we just gotta stick together till the end. And again, like, Halo Mega will never die because it's an idea and it's a community, but I also think that the idea that Microsoft would, you know, Microsoft, who is basically always trying to make money, that's how I'll put it. Why would they take one of the longest in their portfolio, longest running toy line, and scrap it and get rid of it a year and a half before their 25th anniversary? Don't make sense to me. I don't buy it. All right, signing off, and free Palestine.